Hi, Emma.
Hi, Claire.
30 minutes, dynamic, full body class today. We're gonna start on the hands and knees. So come onto hands and knees, hands just below your shoulders, knees just below your hips. And then once you're here, come down onto your forearm so that your elbows are just below your shoulders to get ready for our little warm up. So you're gonna keep this position. All that's gonna happen is we're gonna send our chest down towards the floor so that you can squeeze your shoulder blades. And then you're gonna press out of the forearms to really open up through the shoulder blades. And we're gonna keep going. So the only thing that's happening is we're closing and opening your shoulder blades, so you should feel your upper back and your shoulders start to activate. All right, you know that I religiously read Emily Sundberg's newsletter called Feed Me, literally obsessed. It's so good. And a few weeks ago, they sent their readers a survey on the state of partying in New York. And some of the winning hangover cures mentioned were the following. 1, a spliff, 2, an orgasm, and 3, a spicy chicken sandwich. Which of those would you marry, fuck, kill?
Marry a spliff, fuck an orgasm, kill a spicy chicken sandwich. And that was a very obvious answer to me.
Why?
I started with the chicken sandwich. I don't like spicy food when I'm hungover. My stomach does not feel good.
Whoa!
I feel like I'm gonna die.
I know, I get it.
I'm like a smoothie or like a fresh food craver if I'm hungover. So that was an obvious kill. And I also love a spliff when I'm hungover. More a joint than a spliff. The orgasm was left over, so there you go.
I mean, if you don't fuck the orgasm, I don't know what you do with the orgasm. Okay, you're gonna hold the press. So I want your shoulder blades to be nice and open. Press out of your hands so that you can extend the arms and look towards your belly button. So we're coming into a cat-cow basically. So extend through the arms, look towards the belly button, really round through the spine, and then come back down onto your forearms as you come back into the neutral spine. And we're gonna keep going. So think of this as a cat-cow, but we're just adding the arm extension and then the back onto the forearms. Wait, so you eat fresh food as a hangover cure? Like you're eating like vegetables?
Yes. No,
That's
not
psychotic.
vegetables.
What
Not
are you eating?
vegetables, only fruits. Like all I
That's-
want when I'm hungover is fruit.
Like an apple?
More like berry vibes. Berries are like tropical fruits is all I want. And like cold water.
That's absolutely psychotic. Like I can understand the spiciness. Like I agree. Like the spicy chicken sandwich. I mean, I love a chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich as a hangover cure. It won't cut it for me. But like berries, absolutely not. Like I'm going for like the schnitzel sandwich with like egg and bacon. All right. Next time you're down onto your forearms, we're gonna hold. We're gonna get serious now. We're gonna go ahead and extend the right arm out to 1 p.m. and I want you to have the hand on the floor. So make sure the hand is planted, arm is relatively straight. We're gonna go ahead and extend our left leg back behind us. Keep it nice and straight. Okay, we're gonna lift the left leg up a few inches and then we're gonna tap it back down. And we're gonna keep going. So you don't want to put too much weight on the right side. So try as much as you can to keep 50% of your weight in your left forearm and the other 50 in your right knee.
At this angle, I'm feeling a ton of left shoulder, and I really have to focus on keeping my left like side body engaged so that it's not creeping into my trap, you know, since I'm on my forearm.
Yes. For 6, I will say also, if you're feeling a lot of trap, you can kind of internally rotate your left forearm a little bit so that it's more like parallel to the front edge of the mat. It'll give you more support for your neck. All right, for 4. Good, try to keep the legs super straight. So this is pretty much full body. You're gonna feel it pretty much everywhere. For 3.
Yep.
Okay, next time your leg is lifted, you're gonna hold it lifted. We're gonna open the left leg out to the left a little bit. Good, and then you're gonna close it. And we're gonna keep going. So what you wanna avoid here is a ton of wagging of the tail. So you wanna keep your right hip, your pelvis pretty stable, so that you can really feel this in the right side glute in addition to the back of your left leg.
I really have to like stabilize through my core to prevent myself from doing the wagging, and then think about the side glute on the left side.
For 6, yeah. And I also find like try to really press into your right hand because it'll help you engage through your core. It'll help you like lift that right oblique. For 4. Okay, we're so close. For 3. Nice. Good for 2. All right, hold that left leg open so it's out to that diagonal. Now lower the left leg down a few inches and then lift it back up. And we're gonna keep going. So you're holding that left leg open, you're just lifting and lowering. For 10, beautiful. Nice, keep breathing. For 8, really strong. For 7, perfect. For 6, abs in as much as you can. Keep pressing out of the left forearm. For 4, try to straighten the left leg even more. For 3, there we go. Good. For 2, give me 1 more, and then lower. Come all the way down. Nice job. Okay, take a nice big child's pose. Open the knees nice and wide.
Wow.
Another answer that was high on the list in that survey was a Bloody Mary, which I would 100% kill.
No, absolutely not.
Hair of the dog.
Shaving the paw pads and trimming up the feet gives one of those nice finishing touches.
It's just like so short-sighted.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna make you feel so much worse. Okay, we're gonna come sit onto our butt with our legs bent and our feet in front of us. And you can either plant the feet fully or you can have your toes up and press your heels. We're gonna go ahead and extend our arms nice and long in front of you. So 2 straight arms parallel to the floor, nice tall spine at the top. We're gonna round through our low back or middle back or upper back, come down into a halfway roll. Good job. And then we're gonna come back to where we came from. So you don't need to go as deep as Emma in your halfway roll, but you can if you wanna challenge your core. It's gonna be harder if you go down lower.
I heard a cue for halfway roll recently, which I really liked, which is like, imagine you're trying to press your belly button down into the mat, or like engage through the core to press down into the mat, even though there's just air there. And I feel like that for some reason really stuck and was helpful for me. So if that helps you.
Oh, I like that. It's kind of like compressing you down. Okay, let's take 3 more. If your hips are getting achy, by the way, you can squeeze your legs together, or you can always straighten them and also squeeze together. If you have like a pillow or a towel or something, if that's still not helping, you can put it in between the legs and squeeze that. Your inner thighs will help you relax through the hips. All right, for 2. Okay, let's take 1 more like this. All right, next time you come down, I want you to open your arms out to a V. So open your arms out to a V. You're gonna feel your core engage so much more, and then bring them back together as you come all the way back up. And we're gonna keep going.
The more V, the more challenge, by the way. Sorry, like as in the wider the V.
Yes. And try to keep your arms lifted so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. For 5. Nice. Okay. Last 4. Keep breathing. Try to really engage through the core. So think about that press that Emma was saying. All right, for 3. Maybe you even try to bring your arms out to a T.
Oh, maybe. Let's see.
For the last 2. For 2. Hell yeah. Furniture bump. Okay. Last one, you're gonna meet me down there and you're gonna hold. All right, it's gonna get really hard right now. You're gonna lift both of your legs into tabletop so that you're balancing on your tailbone. So come up a little bit higher if it's too difficult. You're gonna extend your left leg straight, and then you're gonna bring it back in, and then you're gonna extend your right leg straight, and then you're gonna bring it back in. You're gonna keep going. If this is too much, put the feet on the floor and just extend one leg at a time while you have the other one on the floor. It's really hard to balance. All right, for 6. Nice, really try to engage through the core if it's getting into your hips. Good. For 4. All right, keep breathing. Good for 3. Nice, we just have a teaser for 2.
Just a teaser.
Give me one more, make sure you're even, I'm sorry. Now extend both your legs long and hold it. If that's way too much, just keep the legs in tabletop for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way in. You're done with that. Wow.
Oh my goodness, so hard.
I know.
Wow.
Do you drink alcohol when you're hungover, like ever?
Honestly,
Like a mimosa?
no. I don't do champagne. I can't drink mimosas or any type of bubbly.
I know it. I completely agree. Mimosas are
Honestly, one of the worst inventions. I don't understand.
yeah, it's just pick your journey. Are you gonna go orange juice or are you gonna go Prosecco? We're gonna extend the arms up to the ceiling and then bring both of your legs into tabletop. All right, make sure that your knees are just on top of your hips. Really reach your arms up to the ceiling so that you can open up through those shoulder blades. We're gonna go ahead and extend our left leg long, so straighten through the left leg. And then you're gonna bring it back into tabletop. And then you're gonna extend through the right leg. And then you're gonna bring it back. So we're just gonna alternate side to side, paying attention to the core here. You don't want your belly to puff up as you extend the leg. So really think about knitting the ribs in and the belly button in so that you prevent that puff.
I will also say that a joint is a very temporary solution, like if you're hungover and nauseous, but does not make you feel better the next day either.
I kind of disagree.
You think it's just a miracle?
I don't think it's a miracle, but I think that it just puts you in a better mindset the following day. We're gonna start to add on. Next time you extend the right leg, your left arm is gonna go overhead. So the opposite arm is gonna go behind you and then bring everything back in. And then you're gonna go to the other side. So even harder now to keep the core engaged and prevent that puff. So really, really try to knit those ribs in, belly button in as much as you can. All right. Let's take 8 more. For 7.
I'm trying to stay grounded through both shoulders and both hips also to stabilize, which I find helps a lot with a little dead bug.
Yeah, and I feel like that also helps you engage through the core. For 3, try to keep those 4 points really anchored. That's a really good point. For 2, both shoulders, both hips. Okay, you're gonna give me one more. And then you're gonna meet me with the knees on top of the hips and hands reaching up high to the ceiling. All right, you're just gonna bring your hands behind your thighs so that you're basically like hugging your legs, but keep your knees on top of your hips. We're gonna tuck our chin and we're gonna roll up so that your feet are gonna end up on the floor, but keep your legs bent. Yeah, good. And then we're gonna go all the way back down onto our back. And we're gonna keep going. All right, so keeping the knees at a 90-degree bend. Yes, and your spine is rounded on the way up and on the way down. But obviously when you're lying down, it's straight. And then when you're seated, you're also aiming for a straight spine. So it's the curling of the spine on the way up and the curling of the spine on the way down that's really going to engage through your abs. Yeah, and even though you're going like a little bit fast, try to make it controlled. So try not to crash down or crash up.
I find this really difficult, so I'm being quiet and focusing.
For 5, yeah, it's harder than it seems. Hey, this is a dynamic class, so we're rolling up into a ball. All right, for 4, if you'd rather have the arms long in front of you, you can also do that, by the way, if you feel like you're done with the hands behind your thighs. For 3, nice. All right, last 2. Amazing job. Okay, you're gonna give me one more. Meet me seated onto your butt and you're gonna hold. All right, now we're gonna extend our arms nice and long in front of us. Okay, we're gonna lay all the way down. So we're gonna meet with our legs in tabletop and your arms high up to the ceiling. Okay, all right. We're gonna do the exact same thing, but now your arms are gonna be straight. And as you roll up, your feet are still gonna come onto the floor, but you're gonna roll up towards the right. So both of your arms are going on the right side of your body. Yeah, good. And then you're gonna come all the way back down to where you came from. And we're gonna keep going to the right. So we just have 10, so we just did 1. We have 9 more. So every time you're rolling up, you're going to the right. And when you're rolling down, you're also kind of to the right until you center when you're down onto your back. Yeah.
I'm trying to stay grounded through my left hip as I roll up to the right, so that the rotation is coming from my core and not just from my body wobbling around.
Yes, and this is an oblique exercise for 4, so the more you keep that left hip grounded, the more you're gonna feel that oblique. Okay, for 3, your heart rate should also be going up like a tad.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
For 2. Okay, you're gonna give me 1 more. All right, meet me seated, reground the arm center. Okay, we're gonna come lay all the way back down onto our back. Meet me with the legs in tabletop, so a little reset. All right, now next time we come up, we're gonna come up to the left. So arms are gonna go to the left side of the body, feet go down into the floor. Yeah, and then we're gonna come all the way back down. Okay, we're gonna keep going. You look perfect. Always going to the left. So as you come up, arms go to the left. As you come down, they're also a bit to the left until they kind of recenter as you ultimately lay down. Okay, we just have 7 more.
I'm breaking a sweat. This is hard.
Yeah, we've done like a million of this. Okay, for 5. Last 4. Okay, for 3. Last 2. Keep breathing. Okay. You're gonna give me 1 more. Meet me seated with your arms to the left and hold for a second. All right, bring your arms center and hold them center so that they're nice and long. Now meet me in a halfway roll back, and you're gonna hold your halfway roll back and lift both of your legs in tabletop, and last little teaser. So keep your spine super rounded. Good. If you want something a little bit harder, maybe you lift the arms up a little bit higher. For 10, 9, 8, squeeze the legs together. It'll help you prevent this getting into the hips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come
Oh
on,
my
away.
gosh.
Nice job.
So much core.
That was amazing. I know. Let's give our hips a little bit of stretch. Let's come into a butterfly. So bring both of your feet together and then fold yourself over. I will say, like, the orgasm as a hangover cure was a new one for me. It's not usually top of my hangover cure list.
Yeah, that's a surprising one for like the top 3. I don't know if I trust this top 3, honestly. Like, other than the joint, I feel like the spicy chicken sandwich seems way too specific for it to be a top 3 choice. And same with an orgasm. I'm surprised.
I feel like people are trying to be like a little provocative.
I think so too.
We're gonna come onto hands and knees, and we're just gonna take a few cat-cows to just reground ourselves and reground our spine. So come onto hands and knees. We're just gonna take a big inhale. You're gonna look up to the ceiling, and then you're gonna take a big exhale as you round through the back and look towards the belly button. Like, my hangover cure is rotting in bed.
Yes. But then I get a lot of anxiety about not having been productive, but that's maybe just a me thing. But yes, I just want to like lay and do nothing.
But you're eating your berries, so it's fine. You're back onto your journey to health. Like, I eat like popcorn and chocolate chips, which I actually had last night and I wasn't even hungover. But I put the chocolate chips in too quickly, so then they melted and it was a bit of a goop.
That actually sounds kind of nice.
But it was too concentrated in like one part of the popcorn. Like, it didn't spread enough. We're gonna come into neutral and we're gonna hold her in neutral. We're gonna come back down onto our forearms. Make sure that your elbows are just below your shoulders. And this time your left arm is gonna go out to 1 p.m.
As I always say, if it's not Baroque, don't fix it.
And you're gonna press the hand down onto the floor. All right, once you're in position, right leg goes back behind you. Keep it nice and straight. Okay, we're gonna lift the right leg up a few inches, and then we're gonna lower it down a few inches. And we're gonna keep going. So trying to keep the right leg super straight as you lift and lower, and trying to not lean too much over to the left. So try to put 50% of your supporting weight in your right forearm and the other 50 in your left knee.
I do really have to focus on shifting my weight over to the right, because otherwise I'm like starting to cramp in my left hip flexor by like pinching over to the side. So I'm trying to unpinch and shift over to the right.
Yeah, for 6. By the way, if you're also feeling a ton of quad in this, just bring your left knee a little bit further back so that you're not like so flexed in the hip. It's okay if your knee's a little bit further back than your hip. For 4, and remember for your upper trap also, you can also bring that right forearm like in a bit, like internally rotated, to give yourself a bit more support. All right, for 3. Abs in as much as you can. All right, for 2.
This is the slowest 4 count ever.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hold the leg lifted and hold. Open your right leg out to the right. And then you're going to close. Is that surprising?
No.
I'm trying to be slower because I'm too fast. Okay, careful you're not wiggling through the hips. Careful your left hip is not like going to the left as you open the right leg out to the right. For 6.
This is really hard.
All right, for 4. Nice, keep breathing. For 2. Okay, hold the leg open. Last variation, good news for you. Hold the leg open, lower the leg a little bit, and then lift it back up. Yeah, I know. For 8.
Also just so much right shoulder.
Breathing. Yeah. For 6. Nice. Last 4. All right, for 3. I know. Good for 2. Okay, give me 1 more. And then come all the way down. You're done with that.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God.
All right, take a nice big child's pose, whatever you need. All right, that was unbelievably good. We're gonna come into a plank position on our hands. So we're gonna plank on our hands. If you'd rather be on your forearms, again, you can if your wrists are icky, but if not, meet me in a plank position, 2 long legs behind you. Lift your butt a little bit so that it's in line with your shoulders. Look at Emma if you're not sure what I mean by that. Okay, mountain climber. Bring your left knee to the center of your chest and then bring it back and then other side. And we're gonna keep going. We're aiming for the center of the chest and not the opposite elbow here. We're not trying to create like a crisscross. And because this is a dynamic class, we're gonna try and go a little bit faster. So try to like, imagine you're kind of like running, but like a light jog. Yeah, there she goes. All right, for 10, I won't make you sprint. Imagine I said now sprint.
My name is Shakiri.
No.
First of all, it's Shakiri.
Okay,
I'm telling you
sorry.
that though.
Just like brings me back
For
to my
6?
hit days.
Yeah. All right, for 4, or like a 80s workout video. For 3. All right, for 2, make sure you're even. Meet me in your plank, 2 long legs, and just hold your plank on the next one. Good for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, come all the way down. Take a nice big child's pose. Open the knees nice and wide. Oh, another key item actually when I'm hungover is a banh mi sandwich.
I was just about to say my one break from my berries is a banh mi. Literally.
You're so strange. She literally has a banh mi and berries. Okay, come all the way up to stand. We're gonna head into our glute series. So we're gonna come into a little kickstand position with your right foot forward, left leg back behind you. So you want quite a little bit of space between the legs so you're not too much in a tight rope, and make sure your left foot is pretty far behind you. Hands are gonna be on your hips. We're gonna bend the knees and hinge forward. Yeah, good. So you can come down into like a little kickstand squat, and then we're gonna come all the way up. and we're gonna keep going. So Emma's going pretty low. She's aiming for her right hip to be in line with her right knee. You do not need to go that low if you don't have the ankle or knee stability. You're like, whoa, that's just way too hard. So just adapt. What you're really aiming for here is just really sticking your right butt cheek out so you can feel this in your right heel. So you need to hinge forward to do that. So if you look at Emma, she's leaning forward a little bit.
I also recently taught this to someone, and I feel like people have a hard time in this position sending the butt back. So focus on butt back rather than knee forward, which I'll like demo here. You don't want to be here.
Yes, you do not want the knee to go past the toes. Otherwise, it's going to be like a quad exercise and not a front glute exercise and front hammy exercise. All right, for 4, and then we're going to start to add on. But careful as you hinge that you're not rounding. Can you show one where you're rounding, like a bad one? Yeah, you don't want to do that. No, like little golem situation. For 3, that means you're like leaning too far forward. You want to aim for like a 45-degree angle with the spine. For 2, okay, you're gonna give me one more. All right, meet me at the top, and you're gonna hold for a second. Arms are gonna be nice and straight, so they're basically dangling by the sides of your body. All right, next time you come down, you're gonna come down so low that you can graze your fingertips on your mat. So just touch, like a little tap, tap, tap. Yep, and then come all the way back up. And we're gonna keep going. So now this is forcing you to come really low. So if you started the series by going as low as Emma, then yeah.
Sorry.
All right, if you feel like your legs are too tight, obviously adjust. Okay, for 7.
This is also a ton of back quad. Like it's normal to feel your back quad in this, but you do wanna feel a lot of supporting glute on the front leg.
I'm happy you said that because I feel like for 4, not a lot of people like understand that when you work the front glute, you're often working the back quad in these types of position, even like in a lunge. For 2, okay. Next time you're gonna go down, I want you to plant the hands on the mat pretty far forward in front of the front foot. Okay. You're gonna bring your right leg back behind you so that you're in a knee hover 4-point kneel position. So the left leg and the right leg are aligned. Now you're gonna bring the right foot back to where it came from, okay? And then we're gonna come all the way back up. Okay, and we're gonna keep going. So come all the way down, plant the hands down onto the mat, far in front of the front foot, knee hover both legs, bring the right leg back in, yep, and then come all the way back up. So this is like a key thing that we do in dynamic classes. You want to come all the way down to the floor and then all the way up. It increases your heart rate. It makes it ultimately more dynamic. Good. So this is like the key point that we've been working towards. For 5, nice. I know. All right. Last 4. Careful, you're not rounding too much through the spine when you put the hands down. You're going to round a little bit, but try to just keep it controlled. All right. For 2, she's so close. Nice. It's really hard to hold the knee hover. Okay. Next time you're in your knee hover with both legs, we're going to hold the knee hover. We're going to pike your hips up to the ceiling. So straighten the legs, send your butt all the way up to the ceiling. Good. It's going to be a really high pike and then come back into your knee hover. And we're just going to do 8. You just did 1. All right. For 7. Nice. Keep your heels super lifted in your pike. It's okay if you can't fully straighten the legs, if it's too much on your hammies and your pike. Just like Emma, you can bend a little bit. Okay. We have 5 more.
I'm dying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, these are really hard. All right, for 4, be really intentional coming back into your knee hover, that you're not coming too low with the knees. For 2, your butt should be in line with your shoulders. Okay, you're gonna give me one more pike. And then meet me in your knee hover. Just hold the knee hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. You're done with that. Wow.
Oh.
Okay, take a nice big child's pose. Holy
my gosh.
shit.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna immediately do that on the other side because we're tight for time.
I felt so much quad. Whew.
Maybe you weren't hinging enough.
Maybe. Let's see what I feel on the other side.
Okay, Other side, left foot forward, right leg back behind you. You can also like, maybe your back foot was too far forward if you're feeling a ton of quad, so just adjust. Hands are gonna be on your hips. We're gonna bend the knees, hinge forward, so send all of your weight into your front heel, stick your butt out, don't let the front knee come forward, and then come all the way back up. And we're gonna keep going.
Sorry, there's some commotion outside.
Yeah, it's a busy day in Barcelona.
I know.
For 6, there was a fire up my street yesterday, so sad.
Really?
Yeah, there were like so many fire trucks. I don't know what happened. Like a building just went up in flames. All right, for 3, probably an electrical fire, which is like my worst nightmare. Okay, for 2, you're gonna give me 1 more. Meet me all the way up. Let the arms dangle. Now we're gonna come nice and low that we can tap our fingertips down. Yeah, good. Trying to still keep your spine neutral. So to do that, you really need to stick the butt out. So look at Emma. She has a pretty straight spine. Okay, let's take 6.
I'm also trying to stay square through my hips, so both of my hips I'm trying to keep facing forward. The right one's gonna wanna fall back.
Yeah, I also find that my right knee kind of wants to externally rotate a bit in this for 3, because like my hip is tight, which if that's happening to you, that's okay. For 2, like let the body do it if it wants to, is my take. As long as you're feeling the front glute and a bit of the back quad. Okay, next time you go down there, you're gonna plant the hands on the mat pretty far forward in front of the front foot. Bring your left leg back to meet the right so you're in a knee hover. Bring the left leg back to where it came from, and then come all the way up. And we're gonna keep going. All right, come all the way down, plant the hands, knee hover, bring the left foot back in, and then come all the way back up. All right, so this is a dynamic series, so feel free to go a little bit faster. We have 7 more. This is your last thing. Well, actually, no, we have the pikes. Sorry. And then we get to stretch. All right, for 6. Keep breathing. Be intentional with your knee hover. Don't rush it. We've done this much, so you might as well keep going. For 5. All right, for 4.
Right quad.
Breathe.
Dying.
I know. Last 3. This is where you tend to really feel the quad, which makes sense because you're in a knee hover. Okay, it's full body. For 2, we can't just work the butt. It's very Instagram Pilates. Okay, you're gonna meet me into your knee hover and you're gonna hold your knee hover. All right, we're gonna pike your hips up to the ceiling. So lift your butt all the way up, good, and then come back into your knee hover. Remember, if you can't fully straighten the legs in the pike, that's okay. For 6. Yeah, but try to keep the heels lifted. Good. For 5, and really press out of the hands in the knee hover. For 4. You got it. All right. For 3.
Oh my goodness.
I know. You got it. Good. For 2. Breathe. Give me 1 more. And then meet me in your knee hover. Hold the knee hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Take a nice big child's pose. Shit. Holy moly. Okay, open your knees nice and wide. Reach the arms nice and long in front of you. We're done. We're going to stretch the quads. I'm actually going to do a stretch that I'm pretty sure we've never done before, which is shocking. Okay, we're going to come into a proposal position with the right foot forward. So come into a proposal position, so literally as if you're proposing to someone. Let's start with hip stretch first, which we've done before. So bring your hands onto your hips and then press your hips forward as much as you can so you can feel that back hip open up. And you can either stay there or you can kind of like rock yourself back and forth. Whatever feels better.
This feels so nice on the quad and hip flexor.
I know. And then you're gonna hold yourself pressed forward, and you can either stay here, or if you're coming with me, you're gonna grab your left foot with your left hand and pull your foot towards your butt. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you can hold on to something if you need to. Okay, so now you should feel really deep in the quad. If you have a really thin mat, this might be uncomfy on your knee, so just switch it
I
up.
was gonna say, you can add a pillow under the knee, if that helps.
Yeah, or you can stay in the previous stretch. I feel like the previous stretch is still very good for the hip and the quad. Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. So bring your left foot forward this time. P, and then start by pressing your hips forward and back. Okay, wait. Marry, fuck, kill the following 3 Pilates exercises: a bridge, a plank, a side glute.
What kind of side glute?
Like a lying side glute. Like you're lying down on your forearm and you're doing a lift and lower of the leg. Grab the right foot with the right hand.
Kill a side glute.
What?
For sure, kill a side glute. Marry a plank. Fuck a bridge. I don't know, this is hard.
You're crazy. It's definitely
Were you gonna say kill a plank?
marry the bridge. Think about how consistently good a bridge feels. Kill the plank. Actually, no, fuck the plank for sure.
Kill a side glute.
And then, yeah, you're done.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna be sore from that.